Everyone, myself Sanjay Sarangpure and welcome to the video tutorial of experiment number 12, that is interface LED and key with the 8051 and making LED on and off whenever key is pressed. So let's start with our regular manual. Here circuit diagram represents how a switch is connected to the microcontroller and how LED is connected to the microcontroller. Let's check the overview of working of this circuit. Whenever switch is pressed, logic 1 will appear at pin 0 of port 0. At this instant, we have to blink the LED continuously. Whenever switch is not pressed, at that condition, logic 0 will appear at pin 0 of port 0. At this instant, this LED will remain in previous state. It may be in off condition or it may be in on condition. To connect the switch to the microcontroller, we used this pull down resistor R1. Let's check how this combination of switch and resistor will work. Whenever switch is not pressed, the pin 0 of port 0 will connect it to the ground via this resistance R1. At this instant, logic 0 will appear. Whenever switch is pressed, the current will start flowing through the switch and will flow through the resistor. Then complete 5 voltage drop will appear across this resistance R1. This R1 having a potential drop of 5 volt will appear across pin 0 of port 0, that is pin 0 will be at logic 1. At this instant, we have to blink the LED continuously. To perform this task, we have to write one assembly level language program. But before starting this, let's observe some few things of it. For example, this switch combination is connected at pin 0 of port 0, that is, it is connected at the LSB pin of this port 0, and LED is connected at pin 0 of port 1, that is LSB of port 1. Now let's start with the program. As we have to read the status of a switch from port 0, for that purpose we have to define port 0 as an input port. For that we force port 0 FFH. We have to treat port 1 as an output port. We force port 1 with 00H. As we know, switch is connected at the LSB of port 0. Somehow, if we are able to read the status of LSB, then we can make the decision whether to force LED in previous state or to blink the LED. To do so, first of all, we will move the content of port 0 inside the accumulator. Then we will rotate the content of accumulator towards the right side including carry using instruction RRCA. Now, whenever 0 is present inside the carry, 0 stands for switch is not pressed. Whenever switch is not pressed, LED will be in previous condition, and we have to repeat this loop again, means we have to check the status of port 0 once again. So to do so, we will use this instruction JNC read SW, means whenever 0 is present at carry flag, jump on this label named as read switch. Then we will jump at this state and we'll again read the port inside the accumulator. Then we will rotate the accumulator towards the right. Then again we will check the switch status. If the switch is pressed condition, definitely carry flag will contain logic 1. Whenever carry flag will contain logic 1, this statement will be in false condition, and we will and the pointer will execute the next instruction present to this JNC. The next instruction is what? Complement the pin 0 of port 1, means whatever logic previously present, we have to complement it. After the complementing, we will call one subroutine named as wait. This subroutine will create some delay inside the execution of this assembly language program. After completion of this delay, we will return again towards the next instruction present next to a call wait statement. The next statement is what? sjump. Sjump stands for short jump. Short jump, that is jump on the label available just next to it. The label is what? Read SW. Means again we have to jump on the previous state to read the content of port 0 inside the accumulator, and this process will continuously followed. Continuously the status of switch will check. If switch is in pressed condition, then LED will start blinking. Whenever switch is in off condition, we will continuously read the status of it and LED remains in its previous condition. Let's check it out in Keil IDE how this program will perform its task. So already I have created one project here. So I will simply paste the code inside this assembly file. I will save it, then build it. At the base, you will observe the status of execution. The program is executed with 0 errors. So let's start with its debugging. As we know, debugger will provide a simulator or simulation or virtual environment which will behave same as that of your actual hardware or actual microcontroller. But on hardware side, we can connect the switch to the microcontroller, but inside this simulator environment we cannot connect the switch to it. But we can force the particular pin of port at logic 0 and logic 1, and we can check its respective response. For that purpose, just move towards peripherals, IO ports, open this port 0 where we have connected the switch, and open this port 1 where we have connected LED. As we discussed earlier, the switch is connected at this LSB pin of this port 0 and LED is connected at this LSB pin of port 1. Whenever logic 1 is present at this port pin 0 of port 0, the logic present at pin 0 of port 1 will start blinking. Whenever logic 0 is present at pin 0 of port 0, then pin 0 of port 1 will remain in previous state. So let's check it out. Just start the execution of the program by hitting this run button. Now we can observe logic 1 is present at this pin 0. The pin 0 of port 1 is continuously blinking. That is logic 1, then logic 0, logic 1, then logic 0, logic 1, then logic 0. But if I force it to 0, then pin 0 of port 1 now forced to its previous state. In the previous state it was in logic 0. If I force it to 1, see again it starts blinking. If I force it to 0,